You're listening to the MasterCast, Episode 2. Welcome to the MasterCast. I am your host, Catherine Green. I'm the owner of True You, an empowerment life coaching practice, empowering professional women who are ready to release the power of the past, their limiting beliefs and self-doubt, so they can reclaim the lives that they want to live with confidence and courage. This show has been created to share the work and passions of the amazing and talented business leaders and entrepreneurs in Northern Colorado. Each of the leaders I will interview are part of Master Networks, an organization that offers networking and educational opportunities to learning-based and service-oriented leaders. These leaders are interested in creating sustainable businesses and partnerships through genuine connection and relationship. And now, let's go to the show. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Jamilyn Kraft. Jamilyn is a mom of 3 amazing kids, a farmer's wife, and an entrepreneur at heart. She started her first business in high school with her mom, consigning formal dresses. She currently runs a successful doTERRA business with a team of over 1,000 members all across the United States. Welcome to the MasterCast, Jamilyn. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I am so excited that you've joined me for this little video cast that we're doing today. I had the pleasure of meeting you just a couple of years ago. I think we started almost at the same time, if I remember right.
Yep, I think we were at the same meeting together.
Same meetings for MasterCast. So before we go ahead and dive in, I would love it if you would share just a little bit about what brought you to Master Networks and then what you enjoy most about being a part of it.
Okay, I was invited by my friend Linda, and she really felt like since I was business-minded anyway with my doTERRA business, that it would be a good opportunity to work on professional development and also network with other people and grow my business. So that was what drew me in, and the relationships that I've met with everyone is the reason why I stay. And I have learned so much, and just putting that time and effort into my business has been beneficial. So
awesome.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. If anything, every week I'm spending time on my business that maybe I wouldn't have, or I would have pushed to the side and did some other commitments instead. So I'm glad that I've stuck with it.
Oh, good. Well, me too. So that gave me the opportunity to get to know you.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and dive in. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how you got into your line of work with doTERRA?
Okay. So I kind of joke that doTERRA found me, and it was in May of 2013. I was invited to a class at my sister-in-law's house, and I kind of just went with the same idea of a party, like, you know, Pampered Chef or any of those. And I kind of went and I thought I'd support her and purchase a few things. And when I was there, I heard a testimony of a non-verbal autistic little girl who used one of the essential oils and 6 weeks later said, "I love you" to her mom. And it gives me goosebumps to still think about it, because I thought, so my little girl Deanna is not autistic, and she wasn't nonverbal, but she was not walking at the age of 4. And so when I was at the class, I kind of thought, you know, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to take this essential oil and apply it on Deanna's back, on her spine specifically. I was thinking it would fire off her central nervous system to help her body, and maybe that would put her more in motion instead of, so she could walk independently.
Wow.
So it's been, like I said, over 5.5 years. I think when I got my kit in June and I got that oil, I started putting it on her twice a day. And let me think, 6 months later, she was walking without a walker. She had that for a short amount of time. And so that was November, and she literally became a walking testimony. And people were asking me, "What are you doing?" Or, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that's your daughter," because they saw such growth and development with her and in just a relatively short time.
Yeah.
So yeah, after learning everything I could and soaking it all in and going to every class that I could to learn more about the essential oils, I used it for myself and my family, and probably for 6 or 7 months before I started helping other people. And that's kind of what it's been about, is at the root of my business is just sharing what works and giving people a natural healthcare option with the oils. And so it's grown from there. And then, it's one of those things, like if something works, you're excited to tell other people about it. And it's just blossomed into a business for me. And so I treat it like one and spend time on it every week and keep sharing with others.
That's amazing. What was the oil that you used for Deanna?
It's called DDR Prime.
Okay.
And it stands for damaged DNA repair. And so it's not just for special needs kiddos, but for anyone that's maybe had trauma or a brain injury, or actually wants to be proactive in their health and help with memory and some of those ailments that catch us when we get older.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's would be a good one, or Parkinson's. So there's a lot of people that take it just to be preventative.
Okay. Looks like I need to get mine out again.
Yeah.
Work it for my brain.
Yeah.
So what would you say you like most about what you do? What's the most important part?
Yeah. I just love to see these little breakthroughs with each family or person that, I guess using the essential oils is, it's not like a new thing. They've been around forever, but kind of reteaching people how to go to the essential oils first rather than what they've been accustomed to, either over the counter or prescription. And there's a time and a place for those. And so I'm not totally anti-medicine, but I just feel like this is such an easier and less expensive way to start. And I don't have to have a doctor's appointment to do it, or I don't have to run to the store if I already have these in my house. And so the most important thing is, sharing that with other people. And I've had some really huge testimonies from people on my team, people leaving their house and they hadn't for months. And so what they were using the essential oils for was treating more trauma. And, our GI system is our emotional, so that's where we process everything emotionally. And so being able to help with that, I really believe it's inside out health. So if you've got skin issues and things going on there, really looking inside first to help heal it with natural products like the oils, and then having that help on the outside as well. Wow.
Do you have a favorite essential oil?
I do. My all-time favorite is Breathe. It's a blend of certain oils, but it's great for the respiratory system. It helps us to sleep better at night, and it just smells super clean and fresh. And so sometimes when I'm feeling a little chaotic, I would just take that breath of Breathe and a deep inhale and just sigh it out and be like, it's all going to be okay.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. That or balance. Balance is kind of the same. Those two are my go-tos.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what changes have you seen in the industry in the last year?
So that's a great question. As far as doTERRA, they are accumulating more essential oils from different places around the world. So they're sourced from over 44 countries. Many of them are third world. And so they're creating really a revolution in some of these areas as far as jobs and helping these people out that may not have always had work. And so that's been amazing. As far as, I don't know, you've probably gone to any store lately and you've seen essential oils. And so any department store, any drugstore, anything. And so the idea of essential oils is really catching on, and people are going everywhere to get them. Where it differs is, doTERRA is a really pure product, and you have to kind of question when you can see them everywhere, what's in them and how many fillers or synthetic ingredients are in there. Because there's no way, frankincense tree is a great example. Frankincense oil is on a rocky ridge, a super thorny tree. And the amount of work to get the oil from that tree and then you see it sold for like $3.99, let's say, is just not legitimate. There's no way that it can be 100% pure oil when you see the terrain that oil is sourced from and how hard it is to get. So that would be one change. You see them everywhere, and I think, right, flattery is the best compliment you can give, or imitation is the best form of flattery. And I feel like that's probably why you see them popping up. A lot of other places or companies have seen doTERRA be successful. Aside from Apple, they're the only other company within 7 years to be $1 billion company. And that's a huge success. Like, I mean, how many people have an Apple product in their house? Tons. And so the same drive is with doTERRA on replacing what you would use for common ailments or cleaners and everything in your house and replacing it with a healthier option. Yeah, a couple new things that we just learned about in September. They broke ground for some healthcare facilities. doTERRA is partnering up with medical professionals and offering like clinics around the country. And so that's going to be a huge thing where Eastern and Western medicine can meet together. And if essential oils is what the patient needs, that's what they're going to be given. And if it's a prescription, they'll be given that too. But so that's been the up and coming thing that I look really forward to. Arizona, I'm in Colorado, so in Arizona is going to be one, and Utah, and then Nashville, Tennessee. So
wow,
I might have to get on a plane if I want to get seen there, but I think it's a great idea for those communities to have.
It's amazing. It's really fun to see that, because the Eastern and Western have a tendency to butt heads a little bit. So good to see them coming together. Yeah. Well, you touched on it just a little bit, but what separates you or separates doTERRA from the competition out there?
Yeah, I think you probably have heard there's a main competitor of essential oils, another company out of Utah. And really, we don't even think of them as competitors. It's been proven in the courts of law. Unfortunately, you had to go to that extreme, but doTERRA is here to stay. Like I said, it's fastest growing. They are very transparent as a company with not only just their money, but where they source their essential oils from and the purity of them. On each bottle of oil, there's a code, and you can go to sourcetube.com and put in that code, and you actually see the process that specific oil from that bottle went through. How they did on the tests, and I can't pronounce all the test names or else I would say them, but they go through rigorous testing. If doTERRA gets a batch of oils from, let's say Haiti, where vetiver is sourced from, and if we were to get that oil and it doesn't, it's not 100% pure, or in all the tests that didn't pass, they don't take that oil and then use it in one of the other products. The whole batch is not used, and they go back to the growers and they say, I'm sorry, that didn't happen. And so that there's no room for error.
Wow.
Yep, it's 100% going to be the same oil. Sometimes the smell varies. If you take lavender, for example, depending on when it was harvested, the smell might be a little bit different or variable, but for the most part, like as long as the chemical constituents are the same, it should work the exact same way depending on when it was harvested.
Huh. So then doTERRA is, would you say it's just more of a pure oil than other companies?
Yeah, and I kind of touched on that where you can see them in different stores. So doTERRA termed certified pure therapeutic grade as their own, but what that's saying is it's going through this rigorous testing. there's different grades of essential oils. If you think about, if you were to get a frozen lasagna, there's some oregano oil in there, and it's a food grade in there. So different than pure therapeutic grade.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that a lot of people have is different scented, maybe candles, or I know this time of year there's going to be cinnamon pine cones at the grocery store, and that used to make my friend break out because it was just so strong. So she actually thought she was allergic to cinnamon, and it wasn't. It was the chemical grade of cinnamon on those pine cones. Wow. And so that's where it varies. Like I said, the different levels of essential oils, and you can put different things in them. You can actually, because it's a chemical compound, you can put different things in it, excuse me, to have a different reaction or have it show up a certain way. And so there's definitely some trickiness involved that some companies have done to make it seem like it's legitimate, and it's not. So unfortunately it happens. But like I said, doTERRA is super transparent, and it's a debt-free company. It's owned by 7 people. It's a private company. It will never be on the stock exchange or where you take the risk of it being bought by another company, a bigger company that can change what they do to make it. So I feel really strongly about doTERRA and all that it offers. Mm-hmm. As far as just as it's a great company. Has won many awards for small or medium business in the state of Utah. And that's not even from like distributors like myself, but people that work for the company and show up to work. So,
yeah. Wow. So would you say that's one of doTERRA's greatest strengths, is the way that they source all of their products, or is there more amazingness about doTERRA?
Yeah, there is so much amazingness. Yeah, how long do we have? No, I'm just kidding.
As long as you want.
Okay, hold on, go get some coffee. The organization's greatest strength, yeah, there are several. I think I kind of touched base on like, if we were to get vetiver essential oil from the country of Haiti, one of the things the company has done is not just source this oil and provided jobs for people, but when they realized that the kids were hauling water from the village, and that's what they were doing all day long is their job, doTERRA went in there and put a well in the community, in the village, and then a school. So once the well was there, the kids needed something to do, and so they provide an education for those students. And wow. It's just one example of like all over the world how they've done different things to provide for that community. So yes, we love our essential oils, and we love to have them, but it's so much bigger than that. Their program is called Healing Hands, and even myself can submit a project to try to get extra funds from the company to have it happen. But one of our oils is called Hope, and it helps with the Underground Railroad, which is rescuing people from sex trafficking. So wow. There's another kind of initiative they've got behind. So yes, it's about oils, but it's so much bigger than that. And, you know, I think they see the whole picture, and it's about sharing and making a difference. And even down to how they pay the wellness advocates is not like other multi-level marketing businesses. They actually structured it opposite. So I'm actually encouraged to help those on my team grow rather than keep everyone for myself and put them on my front line and make more that way. I actually get paid more to help others. And so it's not common, but doTERRA has an over 60% retention rate. And so they're doing something well. And for them to have over 6 million advocates on their team worldwide is amazing.
Sounds like they do a lot of things well.
They do, yes. But that was only like 4 minutes.
I know, that was good. We could just go on for hours. No, I really love it. philanthropic in nature. Like they're, the essential oils just at the base level is there to help people, but then they take it another step further and go out into the world and really support places that need support.
Right.
All those different causes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So who is it that you like to work with?
Yeah. So I love to help anyone who is open to more natural health. And that's really the essence of it. It could be like someone like myself. I think to say busy is kind of an understatement. I'm super busy with 3 kids, and I own a couple businesses, and my husband and I own a business. And, I don't think there's a day that I can say I'm bored, because I'm not. But I even found a way to incorporate them in my daily life. So with my daughter having some special needs, I think there's a huge customer base for that. For anyone that, I don't know, sometimes I just want to say, like, if you have a chronic thing, like, that's okay, but at the root of it is probably something that an essential oil could help with. And it seems a little far-fetched, and you're like, it just smells good. But, going in through the olfactory system, the very first thing when you go into surgery, they do when they're going to put you to sleep is put on a mask. And within 10 seconds, that has affected your brain and your blood. And the oils do the exact same thing. So if you take a big inhale of something that smells good or makes you happy, like, it internally will actually affect your body. So I don't know, that's super vague. There's so many customers that I can help. But I guess the most important thing is someone that's open to having natural products is the essential oils. I mean, they're made from plants, and as a way to help heal their body. So emotionally, mentally, physically, I've seen them all through different testimonies, and that's what I think is just super amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing. I started using them because of you, and kind of shocked, to be honest, because a lot of what I thought was an essential oil was just about having your room smell nice, right? It was just about, oh, well, that smells really good. It smells like lavender or vanilla or whatever it might be. And over the course of time, I've learned so much from you. First of all, you have an amazing amount of knowledge about the oils, but just to know that you can go to the oil first before something else. So that's really awesome. Like one day, I'll just give a little example, was I was starting a migraine. I had a migraine at Master Networks, and I went up to you and I said, do you have any ibuprofen? And you go, no, but I have some peppermint oil and some frankincense. And I took both of those, and the aura stopped within 20 seconds. And that's just my personal testimonial for you today on the MasterCast. But it was amazing. I've never seen anything like that. I've had migraines since I was in junior high, so that's a long time. And it's off and on now. They don't come very often, but that was a huge experience for me. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
So tell me, what is your plan for yourself and your business for the next 5 or 10 years? How do you envision that?
I think for the most part, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm working more diligently and more, I don't know, like doing a lot in my business and reaching out to people that maybe are even on my team or have shown interest in using the products, but then I just don't hear from them. Or maybe they've used one oil and that's it. And really, there's so much more that could be expanded. I know that, I'm in the transition of replacing products with the essential oils. At first, it's daunting to think about, like, oh, I'm going to have to be this DIYer. And really, it's not. Like, it's one oil and water and a spray bottle. And so for me, that's my own personal journey on, like, not just taking the vitamins every single day and the using the facial cream and using oils, but like really cleaning out my house with non-toxic oils and products. As far as like business-wise, in 5 to 10 years, there's different ranks that I can reach with doTERRA, and usually with each of those, there's more pay, but that's kind of not what drives my bus. I love to share with people, and I love that they want the natural solutions for their health, but I'd love to just keep doing what I'm doing, and I do have a goal. I'd love to retire one of our businesses with my husband so that we can see each other more, and so I just keep that goal in front of me and keep sharing with people. And I've been really blessed to be able to travel quite a bit with doTERRA, and I love it. And it is so fun to, see teammates and friends all across the nation. And then I just got back from overseas in Europe and learned so much there to help my doTERRA business. So I'm excited about that and see where else I can go. So,
where were you again in this last trip?
Yeah, the training I did was in Prague, so in Czech Republic.
Amazing.
So it's so beautiful there.
How long were you there? How long were you there?
Just 1 week. But yeah, I got to learn from a couple within doTERRA company that know business and know it well, and so it was great training and really helped me simplify and streamline some of my what is that called? All my systems. I feel like I have too many systems. So really, if I just do the same thing every single day, I'll get to see my business grow, and it's awesome that I can teach other people how to do the exact same and be duplicatable so that they can help their family and friends as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Keep simplifying, right?
Yes, that's my goal.
Good. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about doTERRA, about your journey?
Yeah, I guess I'll leave the final thoughts. It doesn't have to be this huge ordeal or super scary, because I think for me, I used to say, when I started using oils, when people were asking me, oh my goodness, what are you using for your daughter? She's blocky. And it's not I'm I don't know, it's just this oil. I'm just putting it on her back twice a day. And, I used to think that people used oils were super hippie and very granola or out there. And I'm not. I'm pretty grounded, but, it's for everybody. It really is. And if it's at the heart of who everyone is to have more natural products. And I think it's become more popular lately because we know what people were doing is not working. If it's actually a surprise to when I have had a surgery or go to the doctor that I have 0 prescription medicine. I'm a rarity. Most people have to do paragraphs of what they're taking because the initial thing that they started taking a medicine for is now has side effects, and so then there's other prescriptions for it. And I think just try the essential oils first. Even start with the little things like a headache or snoring. That's a gateway one, or sore muscles, or there's just so many little things, and just using it for one thing and incorporating that in your daily life, and then you can start looking at replacing cleaners or more products that you use on your body with healthier options.
Yeah.
So
good. So good. Essential oils are amazing. They really are. I'm shocked on a regular basis at how much they do for us, with allergies and all kinds of things. So how can people reach out to you and find you and learn more?
Yes. I am on Facebook. My Oil Pipeline is my Facebook page. My also email is myoilpipeline@gmail. So pretty simple, but my whole theory is I'm creating pipelines to help with not only the oil, but income sourcing if people are interested in that. And there's no reason to haul buckets. So we're long past hauling buckets, but let me help you streamline and replace things. And so, yeah, that's my oil pipeline.
Awesome. Awesome. And we'll put that up on the notes when we post this, so it'll all be there. But thank you so much, Jamilyn. I really appreciate you being here with me today. You are my second guest on the MasterCast, and you volunteered / I twisted your arm a little bit, so I really do appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you later.
All right, hon. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for listening to the MasterCast. I hope you enjoyed this episode and getting to know Jamilyn Kraft. If you're interested in being a guest on the MasterCast, or you're curious about Master Network's opportunities, please reach out to me at www.reclaimthetrueyou.com or on Facebook and Instagram at Reclaim the True You. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a fantastic day.